Hello out there in Twitchland and Streamland and YouTube. It is 10:30 on Tuesday, and I'm just double checking to see if the stream is going well and you can hear me and everything is all copacetic. Awesome. And so that particular date and day of the week and that particular time means that we're playing around with Fantasy Grounds, getting ready for our Fantasy Grounds Classic Dungeons and Dragons game that I play on Wednesday nights. So we're in the grasslands. The group is in the grasslands at a Druid Enclave with the circle of grasslands. So I'm going to make this. If you click on this symbol up here with the moon and the sun, you can then change the background. So I'm going to change the background to green. So now everything has a slight tint of green in homage of being in the grass. So I know people out there who've been watching me have been laying awake nights worrying about my camera and how it keeps glitching and freezing and stuff. Uh, I have pretty much determined that it is RAM. Now, I've tried a couple different software. I've tried changing settings that I could find, and I have come to the determination that it is um, the RAM. So, getting new RAM, gonna try to bump that up. Hopefully soon. Hopefully before next week. So next week you should see a difference if you for your watching. I was told I already checked these once. I'm going to check them one more time. I was told that these settings will change how my normal camera works. So we'll see how that works, how that goes. All right, so today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're setting up an encounter. It's a little cheesy. Basically, so what had happened was I had a new character join. Uh, because this is an ongoing campaign. I mentioned to people, hey, this is a good time. If you're like me and love to have lots of different characters, lots of different things, if you just don't think of your characters becoming the way you want it to, any reason, if you want a new character, let me know. Um, I don't like people who change characters all the time, but we've been playing this for almost 3 years with the same characters. So I did have one who took me up on the offer, and he's having his new character. And the way I do it is with all RPGs, Starfinder and D&D, is they start at level 1. They get a big lump sum boom of all the experience that the group has, but they don't start moving up to that. I mean, they don't start at that level. They start at level 1, and then every fight they go up a level. And the reason I do that is because I've found, especially in some of the more complex games or with the complex builds of the characters, it makes it a little bit easier to understand what your character can do. Um, I've played 13th level characters, 10th level character. I have a 10th level character right now, and even having built him from level 1 up to level 10, I still take time before the game read through all my actions, read through my abilities to remind myself of all the different things a character at that high level can do. Well, these guys are level 9. And so by at least getting one fight in using your abilities, now you're level 2. Now you get this ability. Now you're level 3. You get this ability. So by adding one fight per level, what it does is it allows them to get more familiar with the character instead of just throwing them in this case at level 9, and expecting them to run their character well. And it worked great. I've had probably 6 different characters go through this process, and it is a little bit logistically a cluster. You have to just take a moment and level them up, or stop for a second, or spend some time outside game, whatever the case may be, however you level them up. But it doesn't honestly take that much longer than when the amount of time you would take to level them up to that level anyway. It's just more interspersed throughout time. Regardless, I think it worked really well, and I've had really good success with leveling them up one level at a time. Anyway, I have a boring screen here. Let's get some stuff going here. What I'm looking for is so the reason I said all that, rather, is he is now 4th level, and so the rest of the characters are level 9. This one is probably going to be a lot of roleplay, so I was going to throw in just a little, quote-unquote, cheater way of doing things, but I'm going to throw in a combat of some kind, and I'm going to make it a dreamscape. So I'm looking for some sort of map that's just a little different, something that's a little weird. I'm looking at what I have already. Maybe the lava cave. That may not be bad. Let me go to my pictures. Fantasy Ground maps. I do have an alien swamp I could use. Take a look and see what this guy looks like. Bring him over to you. If I want it to be more of a surreal experience, I could also do this Blood Temple. Let's have it be more of a horror where he's woken up and he's in this dream and he's surrounded by this blood temple. I like that idea. Oops, I thought it would zoom in, but it did not. I like that idea. Let's see. Alright, so it's not super high def, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be. If it's a gross blood temple, you really don't want it to be high def anyway. I'm getting some ideas here on what to do. There's a big giant idol up there with these mystical things, so we can have them be somebody be tied up. I like this idea a lot. See, they just rescued. All right, so this is called Blood Temple. So while this is open, images and mapped, you click on folder, which is what I did to bring up your computer. And then all you have to do to add something to yours, first of all, I want to see, make sure I don't have it. It's called Blood Temple. I do not. All right, so all you do to add it to your current files is open this up, click and drag it. Boom. And now I have it. Boom. So they had just recently saved one of their druids, I mean, a druid friend from a terrible situation, and so I'm going to say the new person doesn't know all the details, just that she was rescued by somebody. And he's been thinking about this, trying to ask questions about it, trying to find out more information about who had it. So as he falls asleep, this is a dream he has with uh, that person saved. I'm going to tweak the tokens a little bit too. I'm going to make Tusk, who is the half-orc, a little bit bigger because he pictures him in his mind as this big giant thing. Um, so I'm going to have fun with this. Let's see. What is that? Oh, so this was from a little encounter I had thrown together because I had a couple of my characters who were late, players who were late. So I just threw it together, a quick encounter. All right, so if I make this 5 feet wide, it'll be 10, 20, 30. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10 squares, 50 feet across. Now I definitely want it double. So we're going to add the map. So you right click on the layers, set the grid, and luckily there's no grid here that I have to try to match already. The pre-drawn grid I have to match. I want this to be 10 feet wide. So there is a line here. So I'll go from that line. And this actually looks like a pretty good square right there. We'll make it, I like the numbers, if they're even, are a little bit better. Let's go to 18. See what it looks like. Yeah, that works. All right, so now with that size grid, you can left and right click together and drag. And I have a 125 foot room. Perfect. Get rid of that by right clicking, going to pointers, and remove this. All right, so now I've got my grid. I have my setting. I don't really know what I want them to fight. So before I get too far into this, I do want to add this into my story so I can just find this map without having to remember stuff like that. So this is my storyline. I have a hotkey down here. I go over the hotkeys. I've gone over the hotkeys a few times already. If you have questions about them, they're very convenient. Add a comment, check some of my earlier streams, but they're very convenient. You can pretty much drag any link. So pictures, story links, creatures, NPCs, even die rolls, uh, die rolls from the character sheets. Lots of things can be dragged down there. So to add it, the image, just gonna click, drag it down here from the, depending on what you're using, it's either the shield, the information link. I personally prefer to put map, image, NPC, encounter, parcel. I put those headings even in my own, so that I know right off, I don't have to think about it. which is which. I'm also going to have an encounter, but we'll worry about that in just a minute. I'm also want to change, so if I don't identify the map and I share it to the players, all it says is unidentified map / image. So I want to I've been filling these in just in case. So I'm just going to put Blood Temple here as well. So that way, whether I forget to share it, forget to ID it or not, doesn't matter. It's saying the same thing. There are times when I will have it be more specific, especially for creatures. I like filling in the unidentified one. And then if they ever identify it, then I click it. All right, so we've got that set up. Now let's go find an encounter. So as I was digging through the other day, looking through some stuff, there are a lot of random encounters in here that I'm not real familiar with. So I'm going to check my random encounters. So if you have, depending on what books you have, like these are Xanathar's Guides, D&D Tactical Maps, Volo's Guide, and this is 12 pages of stuff. These random encounters, so for example, let's just open up Coast Bandits. Open it up. It has 2d6 plus 3. So it's not a determined amount yet. The NPCs are set, but then you would then click generate, and it generates that encounter. So this is already part of whatever books you have. So what I'm looking for is demons. So let's see, are there I don't know if there's any specific. Let's see, no warband, special creatures, maw demon. So what is a maw demon? It's a challenge 1, so it's not high enough, but I might add them in addition to. I think I am going to add maw demons in addition to whatever else we want to have. So we're going to keep these here. What I think I'm going to do is have the fight, getting back to our setting. This is a dream sequence. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to have several different things going on. Let's see if there are any devils. Bearded devils. They're a little higher level. Challenge rating of 3. Alright, so we're going to expand this a little bit. But one thing I'm going to do with the dream sequence is have this only last like 4 rounds. At the end of the 4th round, on his turn, he wakes up. So it's just a little fun. Quick aside, they're going to be, at this point, if I don't find anything stronger, they're not going to, they don't need to, they're not going to have any struggles with these. I think I'm going to have like a lich, or let's see what we've got here. I'm just skimming through these. So he's a sorcerer who's lived in Baldur's Gate. So these are just things from his imagination, things he's heard about, things he's studied. See, so you have the Dungeon Master's Guide, also has a bunch of things, by the way. So if you just wanted to look in, so the Sylvan Forest Random Encounters, Volo's Guide to Monsters, Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Let's try we'll do this way. I was thinking Beholder, just because he lives in Baldur's Gate. Gnolls, Hags, Yuan-ti. Volo's Guide to Everything. Arctic Coast. So this is cool. Volo's Guide has it set up with by region. So I wonder if he has anything besides the traditional nature. Lots of forest and grass. Hey, grasslands. It's good to know. Good to remember. I'm probably going to be using those in the next couple of weeks as we're looking to leave. I might even do it today if I have time. I like the idea of the Thri-kreen. Mountains, swamp, Underdark. Okay, that's good. Urban, nice. Urban cultists, maybe? Let's see. A vampire, of course. Why wouldn't we do a vampire? I like the vampire. All right, so that gives me an idea. Let's go ahead and generate one of these, and then we'll add the rest of it to that. So let's go with the 2d4 Maw Demon. We're going to click Generate. So now it came up with a 6. I can then unlock it, change the name. And the character's name is Krek. So it's Krek. Dream Sequence is the name of the encounter. So now I'm going to add some Bearded Devils. We'll do 1d4. 3. Drag it from the information. Boom. 3. And then we're going to have a vampire. Let me find the NPCs. All right. Yeah, I just got a sort of important thing real quick. Let me do this. So we have all of these. Now we're just looking for a vampire as the boss. None of this makes sense. It is a dream. So let's see. These are level 13, and this is level 13. Okay. This one doesn't have a token, so we'll just use this one. We could also just have like a vampire spellcaster. He's 15. Different icon. Or a vampire warrior. Probably be a little easier on me. Let's see. Vampire lord. He's 19. Nice. Okay, so let's see. See what the picture of the vampire is here. Okay. I'm going about 90% based on the picture, but I can also put the picture somewhere else. So this is actually the same picture. Vampire and vampire warrior have the same picture. And so is he. Alright, so they all have the same picture. I'm not going to go with the spellcaster. It's just for fun. I don't want to deal with all the extra stuff. So let's see what this guy can do. He has Misty Escape, Legendary Resistance. Regeneration, 20 points at the start of his turn. Nice. Spider climb, very cool. So he makes 2 great sword attacks. He can also bite, try to charm. You can call a swarm of rats or bats. There's a couple legendary actions. Alright, so what about the regular old vampire? Is he a legendary? Does he have legendary actions and stuff? At level 13, he does. So he's pretty much exactly the same except for this guy has a great sword. I'm going to go the Vampire Warrior. Why not? It's just for fun. Boom. It says he can summon Swarm of Bats. I'm going to go ahead and take away one of these. Oops. Let's try this again, shall we? 122 Bearded Devils. There we go. And I'm going to take away 2 of those. Alright, so I was looking to see how often they can do it. Let's see, they've got Alright, I know I saw it. Where was it? He's a shape changer. Okay. Into a bat or mist. But it's not going to get that far. Actions. Children of the Night. That's why I couldn't find it. It's called that. So once a day. Alright, so it's easier. The called creatures arrive in 1d4 rounds, acting as allies of the vampire. Again, it's a dream sequence. So I don't know how to do that if I don't want to. Alright, the vampire. 2d4 swarms of bats or rats. Outdoors can call wolves. Okay. So we're going to do this percentile. Again, this is a dream sequence. So I'm going to say bats and rats and wolves. So do a little math here. 40, 40, 20. So up to 40, it's bats. Up to 80, it's rats. And above 80, it is wolves. 100. So he is summoning 4 wolves. All right. So he's going to be bringing in some wolves. They're going to come running in. And again, I'm going to have him howl. And the wolves will come in. So I just need wolves. Let's find some wolves. Let's see how good this guy is. If it was me and I made this NPC, I would have the link. I'm going to add that right now. Bats, rats, and wolves to his link. So that if I ever use this guy again, I will have the links right there. Swarm of bats. Swarm of rats. And then a wolf. Go with the monster manual so it has a picture. Boom. Like that. See how hard that was? That should have been done, in my opinion, but whatever. So now we're going to add wolf monster manual so it has a picture. Okay, it doesn't have a picture. Let's see. Does this one have a picture? No. Does this one have a picture? No. Okay. So, very simply, we open up our tokens. I have lots of wolf. Well, not lots, but I have several different animal pogs. So I have the pogs like this with a circle around it. I think I'm going to use this one just because with this background, just having the token by itself is going to be a little harder to see. So we're going to go ahead and do the pogs. I have 2 wolves and a wolverine. So we're going to go with this one just because I like it. Just drag it down here to the top one. If we drag it to the bottom one, I don't think it works. You can also add it to the comet tracker and then drag the token to the comet tracker. You can have 4 wolves come in. So when I make everything else visible, they will not be visible. So speaking of being visible, now it is time to go and close these things now that we know who we're dealing with. We know what we're dealing with, so we can drag this from the information over to here. Click and do encounter. So just for SNG, let's see if we click this. Boom. It is now CR17. They're not going to get this much experience. It's mostly just so that I'm actually going to change it right now. I'll give them. There are 5 characters. So for a dream sequence, I'll give them. What are we looking at here, folks? What are we looking at? So they are. Not correct. So let me fix this. About 14,000 away. Should typically take 10 fights to get to the next level. So I'm just opening up their character sheet is lots of different ways to do that. And then you go to the magnifying glass and then go to next level. I was using a special extension that did a bunch of things, including this automatically, and then I stopped using it because of issues with it. So that's why none of those were there. So the point is they have at minimum 11. Oh, he's not there. I need to put his other person there and get rid of Cromwell. So Cromwell is the one who left. So you can only do it from the main page. And I'm going to PCs. Correct. So I think from him. Yes. Boy, brain fart there for a minute. All right, so he's now added to the combat tracker and to the party sheet. All right, and so that's some of the things I need to fix as well. I need to add some defenses to him because he is a Dragonborn, and some other things. So we will do that once we finish this encounter. All right, so now that we've made the encounter, we've added it here. What I was doing was looking at the experience. So I'm gonna make it 1,000. There's go back, make sure my math is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there's 5 of them. So these will get 1,000 experience for this. Like I said, he's just going to be jumping up to level 5. All right, and so now you can add them automatically to the map. So the wolves are going to be running in from the entryway. I was trying to be fancy and quick, but I'm going to zoom in. And actually, I'm going to put them closer. They're going to be running in. I don't remember if if this will change, so I'm going to do 2 of them to see. And I'll try to remember. All right, so that's that. So I'm going to have a Civis. So I'm going to find her, the token we use for her. So she is under, I think, Icewind Dale. Let's look and see. So she's the redhead. It's the one nice thing about the new ones is they have the ability to search through your ass tokens. Not ass tokens, I was going to say assets. EFGHI. Oh, B Baldur's Gate? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find my Icewind Dale tokens. I'm not even seeing them at all. What the world's going on? It's not this difficult. Where are my tokens? I obviously had them because that's where she came from. That is weird. Oh, maybe it's it's a portrait. Okay, I don't think I can drag a portrait. All right, sorry about that, guys. That was a portrait that I was looking for, and I don't think I can drag a portrait, so we're just gonna just do this. Open up her character. That's the nice thing about Fantasy Grounds. You have a lot of options, lots of things you can do. We're gonna put her, boom, right there. So that means or do we want her at the blood pool down here? Yeah, we're gonna throw her in the blood pool in this thing right here with the vampire right above her. And then the 4 Maw demons are gonna be around. Boink. And the 2 bearded devils will be in the blood water with them. So now when I close this, all those tokens will go away. And now when you click on the encounter, the encounter is all here. And then you can just click this add encounter to combat tracker. Boom. It rolls initiative for them, adds them here, puts all the tokens where they are, and none of them are hidden. I mean, all of them are hidden. So you can then just click show all NPCs. Boom. And now you can see them all. They're all where they should be. And since I'm not starting this encounter yet, I will simply go to menu, delete from tracker, only foes, all non-friendly. So I want only foes. In this case, it's the same thing. All right, so we are set and ready to go. We have our encounter set up and ready. I did want to check real quick. Open up the encounter again. Close the map. So let's see. Just remind myself. I've never seen a Maw Demon. So what do these guys do? All right, so if they kill somebody, they can move. They just bite. Easy enough. They're immune to being charmed and poison. And a resistance to cold, fire, and lightning, and they can move 30 feet. All right. Bearded Devils. Lots of resistances. Fire, poison, immunities. They can see in magical darkness. Can't be frightened while it sees an ally. That's cool. Alright, and so its attacks are the beard. That poisons. The Glyven. Nice, and makes an infernal wound. I wonder if this is coded in here, right? And it can also, it's a variant rule, and not all devils have this ability. So guess what? These don't have this ability. It's a dream. All right, so Glaive and Beard, 2 attacks, one with his beard, one with his glaive. I'm dragging him into the combat tracker to see if it is coded correctly for the ongoing damage. Click. It is not. Interesting. Okay. So I will need to code it. Not a problem. Easy enough. Just add an effect to the person that struck. Make sure they roll every turn. All right, so that encounter is done. We're ready to go. I'm gonna throw them in there. It's a dream. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and set it up because no, I can't. So if I set it up now, my characters have a tendency to open up the map where they are. So if you double click on this, it will open up whatever map his token is on. And so they just instinctively do that, and so do I. So I don't want to do that because I don't want them to have any clue of what, oh, excuse me, of what's going to be happening. All right, so now what I was doing is I need to get him coded better. Let's see. So he decided that he was going to be lightning. So he has a resistance to lightning. So in his actions, we need to add that. Here it is. So we edit this. So resist lightning. So I like in the combat tracker for it to say what it is. So damage resistance. Why does he have damage resistance? What? So this is Draconic Heritage, I think it's called. Let's see. Draconic Resilience. Oh no, that's for his Bloodborne Sorcerer. Trait. It's a trait. Oh, it just says damage resistance. Draconic Ancestry. Yeah, let's do Draconic Ancestry. Anyway, so now we add it to his token. To the combat tracker. So now if he ever gets hit by lightning, he is resistant to it. Alright, so I'm looking in the combat tracker for he has a special thing for that gives him a bonus to his Witch Bolt. That was the other thing I was going to do. Alright, so I changed how I do Witch Bolt because I don't think it's strong enough. I don't know if I can label these or not. Let's see. Lightning. R1. Let's see if that works. It does. Okay. Good. So I'm doing this. R2. No, this is not right. 24. This is actually round 3. I need to add round 2. So what I just did is I right-clicked, add action, and since I'm adding damage, I'm doing damage. You can also do effect, healing, casts, etc. This goes here. So we're doing a 12-sider and a 4-sider. It is lightning. And this is round 2. Alright, so I want to see if his lightning is working and if it's coded correctly and everything. So let's see. So he rolled 9 damage to correct. It's lightning damage, so it should be half. Let's see. This one. Alright, so this is wrong. His resistance is wrong. I don't think it's supposed to be capital. There we go. So 12 damage. He only took 6 because he's partially resisted. Now let's see if the R makes it different. It does. Okay, so let's go into the R and see, can I put a comma in between? Will that make a difference? There we go. All right, so it has to be a comma. Nice. All right, and so the way I'm doing Witch Bolt is that, yeah, this is probably confusing to everybody. So Witch Bolt, if you open up the spell, it's basically the Emperor's Lightning. And so a crackling beam of energy toward the creature. You make a spell range attack against that creature on a hit. Lightning does 1d12 damage. Each of your turns for the durations, you can use your action to deal damage to the target automatically. Spell ends if you do anything else. It also ends if it's ever outside the spell's range or if it has total cover. 30 feet. So it's within 30 feet. The thing has to stay within 30 feet. You can't do anything else on your turn. As like zap this thing, and it does 1d12. You could be doing 1, 2, 3 points of damage, wasting your entire turn to do 3 points of damage. At level 9, that's ridiculous. So what I do is I boost it up a little bit in that for each round, that's how it starts. But then each round he continues to pour energy into it. It gets a little better. So round 2 is 1d12 plus 1d4. Putting a comma in there. Round 3 is 1d6 plus 1d12. And then, let's see, actually no, the round 3 would be, so I'm clearing, if you right click on it, on the dice, it'll clear dice. So we're going to make this round 4 with a d12 and a d8. So I don't see it happening beyond this, 4 rounds. The creature's going to run away, get killed, duck behind a bush, do something to stop this from happening. He's going to lose concentration or something. Witch Bolt, and so I'm going to put on in here level 1. So because he's a sorcerer of high level, he now has 2nd level spells and he'll have 3rd level spells. What I was going to do was see this particular one he has a particular bonus to Witch Bolt. Okay, bonus 1. So his range attack is 8 on this one. On Firebolt it is 7. Good. Let me make sure that that's what the ability said. Spell attack focus, +1 to attack rolls. Yep. So now I'm going to do the same exact things I did here for level 2. Let me go to spells because I want it to be in here. So we go to, actually I think I can just make a copy here. I did. So let me open this up. Level 21, level 2. Change this, level 2. So now it done say when you cast this second level higher, the initial damage increases by 1d12 for each slot. So I think I'm just going to do +1 beyond what's here. So this is going to be another d12. Gotta put that comma in there. That reminds me I had to put it up here too. So before I forget, from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now on round 2, he's going to do an extra. It's always going to be 2d12 because that's what he's doing round 2. 2d12 plus 4 plus 1. Round 3. 2d12 plus 1d6 plus 2. Round 4. 2d12 plus 1d8 plus 3. So he could do a total of 24, 27, 35 damage with this roll. Boom. If you can't do him better, see himself on my end. Yes, Drake, it is. First of all, welcome. Hello. If you guys don't know about Drake Takes, he's awesome. He has a lot of live D&D. Switched recently to Unity, so most of his streams now are Unity. Drake Takes, all one word. So, Drake, I think my issue is my RAM, because I have 8 gig of RAM. So, my next goal is to increase my RAM and see if that helps. The answer to your question is today, yes, it is doing better, my camera. But the Sunday night stream was still frozen all the time. Um, the VC cameras, using VC made it a little bit nicer so I could, move them around a little bit as opposed to using Discord. I actually was using Discord and VC for cameras on Sunday because one of my players wasn't able to get VC. But regardless, I think my issue is RAM, and I'm hoping to do that today, and we'll see how it goes. That may be using some RAM too. What's using RAM? What would be using RAM too? I don't understand your less processes you got going, the better. Yeah, well, I have to use Discord anyway for Discord and VC at the same time. Yeah, well, I mean that's what everybody. VC, you can't mute the mic. I mean, you can either mute it or there's no push to talk, I should say. So that's why I think most streamers use Discord and VC. But you are correct. I think the Discord cams suck RAM. Yeah, that's possible. But like I said, even when I was using just VC for one camera, like similar to today, I'm not using VC, I'm just using my camera. I was still having issues. And so Sunday night I had two VC cameras and one Discord camera. Anyway, point is RAM should get better. I'm either, depending on how much they cost, I'm either going to double it up to 16. I really want to get to 32 because I think that's going to help better. But I honestly don't know what the best. I don't have the money to go really crazy and get 64 or 128 and any of that stuff. And I don't know if my processor has to be able to handle certain things either. So I'm just sort of flying by the seat of my pants, hopefully figuring it out. And we'll hopefully tomorrow's stream when I do Starfinder, I'll have my new RAM and we'll see if that works. See if it helps. All right, so this is level 2. He's going to get level 3 very soon. Remember, Marbanya is a computer tech. Marbanya. Oh, I thought Matakuri was the computer good dude. I thought Marbanya was more the line alignment to do. Oh, cool. Well, now I know that. I'll ask him my RAM question. Yeah, I know he's been going around working with internet for people, but I thought that was more, like I said, setting up like a cable guy, putting in the lines and stuff like that too. But we'll see. Computer repair company. Cool. Awesome. So I did not know that. So I'll ask him. All right. So that's done. I don't know if you heard my spiel about Witch Bolt, but I don't think it's powerful enough to take up your entire round at higher levels. So I boost it. I think it's mainly a network computer guy. Right. Okay, cool. I'll ask him my question. So I'm going to make this one, make a copy of this. We're going to go to level 3 and then we'll be done. Open this bad boy up. He's now going to be level 3. And the reason I'm doing this, folks, is because you could absolutely have all this lightning damage in the same thing for level 1, 2, and 3, if he, depending on what level he casts it at. But because he has a special feat that gives him a bonus to Witch Bolt, I know he's going to be casting it a lot. So I don't want it to fill up the entire screen every time he wants to use the thing and try to scroll down and find level 2. Okay, here's level 3. And so this way, it's just going to be a lot easier. He can just open this up and boom. +1. Uh-oh, that's wrong. Does he not have his spells set up correctly? Let's see. Spell slots. Let me open this up and see if it's right. Charisma. Okay, that's good. Charisma. Okay. I think it might just be because he can't cast third level spells yet. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is for now. We'll worry about that when he can cast third level spells. All right, so this is going to be, so if you left click on one of the dice and hold it, you can then right click to add instances of it. Boom, so now it's 3d12 for round 1. Round 2, click 2, and then we're going to add, because he's boosting it by 2. Round 3, and round 4. All right, so if he upcasts Witch Bolt, it does 3d12. Bam. He maintains his concentration. He cannot do anything else than the following round at all, and so then he gets this. Boom. 3d12 plus 6. Plus 2 and an extra 1d4. So he got max on his 1d4. Keep in mind, if you think, oh, that's so crazy, he could be doing 6 damage. So it's between, it's a huge range, and that's the cool thing about lightning is lightning isn't as consistent as some of the other damage, but you can use it. You can do more or you can do less. And that's cool. It's a bigger range, and I think that's pretty realistic, honestly. So that's round 2. Round 3, again, doing absolutely nothing else. Can't cast any other spells. Can't move. Can't do anything else. Blast it, and he does. Actually, he can move, but he can't cast any other spells. Again, good damage. Again, he could be doing 6 damage. 7 damage. Anywhere from 7 all the way up. And then the last, if he saves it for a total of 4 rounds. See, so he did 13 on the 4th round, which is less, almost half of what he did the other 2 rounds. So less than half. So even less damage than he did in the 1st round. So I like this concept. I like the disparity within the numbers, the randomness of it. He could do a crap ton of damage. So at the 4th round, he could be doing 36 plus 8 is 44 plus 48 points of damage. So that's pretty awesome. He could be doing 8 to 48. It's a swing of 40 hit points of damage. And you think 48, wow, that's crazy. But my fighter, dishing out, can do more than that in one hit. My barbarian can do more than that in one hit at this level. So, and he's hitting 3 times a turn. So with his great weapon mastery and all these other things. So I don't think it's overpowered. Like I said, he's doing nothing else. Because if you read the spell, it says, on a hit, the target takes damage. He also has to hit. And then on each of his turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 to the target automatically. So it's the only action he can do. He might be able to do some sort of a bonus action at some point, but he can move and maintain this, and that's all he's doing, doing damage. So it's a good spell. This makes it from a crappy spell to a, like I said, the way it's written, 3 rounds into this of doing nothing but blasting this guy, he could do 3 damage. And to me, that's just crazy. It's a waste of time. If he's upcasting it to level 3, using a level 3 slot, instead of doing like a fireball or some on lightning bolt, where you're doing 8d6, 8d10, whatever the lightning bolt damage is, and doing 3 damage with a witch bolt. So, okay. So this makes it more playable, more workable, and what we're doing. Okay, I don't think he will ever use his dagger. We're going to go ahead and delete this. I still think Dragonborn should have an unarmed strike. Either a claw or a bite or both, but they don't. Lizardmen do, if I'm not mistaken. All right, folks, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. And it's just a little over an hour. Let me check and just see, does he have any other racial abilities Dragonborn. No. His breath weapon I've already done. Okay. One last check. I want to make sure I also increase the breath weapon. +1 per level. Not that overpowering, but again, level 9 doing 3d6. It's like 18 damage at the most. 18 plus 9, 27 damage. Still not insane, but I think it's better. All right, Dragonborn. Lightning. That was just for flavor. +4 because he's level 4. Okay, good. All right. Well, again, thanks for hanging out with me. We're looking forward to my encounter in the Dreamlands. I'm gonna tweak it and add some stuff, some flavor to it, make it more dreamlike as they're inside it. They're probably gonna figure out what it is, but here it is, Blood Temple. I'm looking forward to this encounter with the in Dreamlands. It'll be fun. It'll be a quick little 4 rounds. Take up a little bit of time tonight, and then get him up another level, so he can catch up with the rest of the group. We'll be all set. Hopefully, my camera will be working better. It works okay when I'm playing, but when I stream, then it glitches. So it's been working today pretty well, like Drake said. All right, guys, I'm rambling. If you want to see live play, I do Starfinder on Sunday nights. See you in the Call from the Deep. Yes, we have Call from the Deep tonight. So if you want to see how awesome Drake Take is as a dungeon master, I host it on this stream. But also Drake Takes, all one word, and that is tonight. It is, got to do the math in my head here. Every Tuesday from 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, for 3 hours or so, and it's a lot of fun. Great players, great role playing, lots of antics and excitement. It's really good, well done. Drake is amazing with the voices and the images that he finds and stuff. He's made me step up my game because I want to be as good of a DM as he is. And then I have, if you want to see how good of a DM I am, Sunday nights we do Starfinder at 5:30 Pacific time until 8, so it's a little bit shorter of a gaming session. We play Starfinder. If you want to know more about Starfinder, watch me tomorrow, Wednesdays, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, and I'll be doing the same thing. And I use Fantasy Grounds Unity, so I use the newer version. And then I do mess around with Magic the Gathering Arena. So if you play the Magic the Gathering card game, there's the free version of it online called Magic the Gathering Arena. Really well done. It's an amazing program. I am not the best at it, but I've been tweaking and trying to build some of my decks, trying to get decent. So you can join me, give me advice, laugh at when I get my butt kicked. Thank you so much, and Drake says, thanks, Sven. Honored to be DM for all of you. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out, and whatever else you do, please enjoy the rest of your day.